Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is 1 week since Ironman Copenhagen. It's been a good week, it's been a restful week of recovery. I've done a 10-mile bike ride this week. I've done a strength training session with the running club. Not that I particularly wanted to do a strength training session, but it's about supporting club sessions and showing your face and doing your bit sometimes. So I did a strength training session on Friday, what was that, 6 days after Copenhagen. I did a little bike ride Wednesday, Thursday. Full of fatigue, to be honest. My quads, my hamstrings, even my feet, I noticed on the strength training session, are really fatigued and tired. We're doing, what are we doing? Deadlifts, that's right, we're doing deadlifts in the gym. And I noticed even my feet were as sore as anything. So loads of fatigue and tiredness left over from the Ironman, which is why I've had this lovely full week of recovery. Today I'm just out on the Cassini gravel bike. As you can see here, just out for a nice easy hour's ride. No time pressures, distance goals, not even looking at my Garmin at all, just out for a ride. Had a bit of rain, now got a bit of sunshine, but just getting the legs moving as much as anything. And I thought this pretty little stop would probably be a good time to stop and do a catch up. So yeah, looking back on the week as I've done all through, looking back on the race as I've done all through this week. I've had lots of lovely comments from people watching and from friends on Instagram and that sort of stuff about being proud of what I did rather than worrying about the time. And yeah, people are absolutely right. You know, it's good to have time goals, and to be honest, I train a lot towards time goals because that's what keeps me motivated. But at the end of the day, completing another Ironman is victory in itself, and I know that, and I'm really pleased with myself that I did finish, because if you watched last week's video or saw my report on Instagram, you'll know that I could very, very easily have quit, but you don't go through all of that training and effort and travelling and sacrifices with your time to give up when the going gets tough. You have to sort of tough these things out sometimes, and I could very easily have quit, and the fact that I didn't, and the fact that I kept pushing and I got to the finish line with one of my slowest ever marathon times, but I got to the finish time. That's the bit I'm most pleased about, because it could easily have been a DNF, but it's not. It's another medal and it's another Ironman completed. So I am really pleased with myself for that. You know, the time goals, I did look back this week thinking, well, I did 11:49 last week. 5 years ago, I did my first Ironman and I did 11:45. So 6 years ago, in fact, 2017, I did 11:45. So 6 years later, I'm 52 now, I'm a lot older, and I know I can go a lot faster. I know I can do that. But the fact is, 2 years after I did my 11:45 in 2017, I did 10:26. So maybe that's an omen. You know, this year was about getting back into Ironman racing. I know I did lots of things wrong. I know I didn't eat well in the days leading up to the race. I didn't take that as seriously as I should have done. And also I didn't build my bike well enough. I had a couple of rattly bolts which, although not the end of the world, they didn't help me hold my position on the bike. So there's things I can do better, and I've learnt that from this race, and I'll take those forward into the next race. So I am pleased with myself. I'm really pleased. You know, a sub 12-hour Ironman is pretty decent. I know that, and I'm really pleased with it. I've come out of it not injured. Yes, I'm tired, but I'm not injured in any way. So I'm ready to sort of close this chapter of the training with this week or two of recovery, and then start on the next chapter. So, you know, if you come out of these things injured, I've not even got a blister, so it's pretty good, isn't it? You know, I don't need to wait for any injuries to clear up or blisters to heal or anything like that. I can just literally wait till my body says yes, and then I'm off training again. So what have we got going forward? I've got 1 month's time, I've got Swim Serpentine, 2-mile swim, just with my friend Greg. That completes his London Classics medal for this year. So that's pretty amazing. In 1 year, he's gone from swim, bike or runner to completing the London Classics. That's pretty fantastic. And if you don't know, that is doing the London Marathon, that's doing Ride London or Ride Essex 100-mile bike ride, and the 2-mile swim Serpentine. So we complete that for him in a month, which would be cool. And then we go off to Tuscany to do a 80-ish mile Leroyka Classic bike ride. I'll probably do a video about my bike for that at some point. I really ought to. So yeah, that's in September. So the swim and the bike training keeps going up until then, and then after that we go into marathon training, because we've got New York Marathon 3rd of November, maybe the 4th, 3rd or the 4th of November, and then Valencia Marathon, which is my next real target race, the beginning of December. So we get the swim and the bike out of the way, and then it's back run focused. But I'm not going to let the Ironman training drop. I certainly want to do a lot more cycling all through this winter, which I didn't do so much of last winter. So I'm going to keep the miles up. I fancy doing some long bike rides, as I might have mentioned in a previous video. So I shall be getting some nice long bike rides in, maybe a bit of bike packing, a bit of exploring, but keeping those bike miles up, so when it comes around to Ironman training season next year, I'm in a really decent place to kick on and hopefully go for that sub 10, which is still very much a target. So yeah, swim bike's going to carry on. We're going to marathon training next year. I have got in March Tokyo Marathon, that's right, Tokyo Marathon in March, and then whichever Ironman I choose. And if you've got any suggestions, guys, please fire them into the comments, because Lanzarote has always been one I've kind of fancied. I know it's tough, maybe it's not suitable for a sub 10 goal, which one is, to be honest. Yeah, Lanzarote possibly. Ironman Kalmar in Sweden also looks very appealing. Having seen how lovely Denmark is, Sweden's probably just as beautiful. So Ironman Kalmar, that is also possible. But really, any suggestions you've got? Wales, I mean, Wales, it's not going to be a sub 10 race by any shot of the imagination, but Ironman Wales again appeals to me. I did really enjoy the sea swim. I didn't think I would enjoy a sea swim, and between you and me, I hadn't really realised that Denmark was going to be a sea swim. And I'd quite enjoyed it. The course was amazing. So sea swim doesn't put me off, which it may have done before. But yeah, if you've got any suggestions as to what race I can do next, please send them into the comments. But also let me know how you're getting on with your training, your racing. If you raced at Copenhagen or anywhere else, tell me how you got on. And I'll wrap this one up here. There's probably some bike videos coming up very soon. But until then, take care. Hope training's going well, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.